What up, Rodders? You know who it is. You know what time it is. Your boy Savage, aka Sev Cisneros. You know the logo. Broncos country, BCFFL Bronco Maniacs. So, I'm doing the most lethal trash talkers, in my opinion, from every division. Um, so, thank you for interacting. Thank you for tuning in. So, let's go on to the AFC North. And this first fan base, I've had a lot of interaction. This is probably outside of the AFC West in the AFC setting. This fan base is probably one of the bigger fan bases in the whole AFC, in the TTC, and they got probably the more lethal trash talkers in the AFC, especially the AFC North. And there's a lot of them, man. Like over the years, I met a lot of them. I'm actually cool with a lot of them, and that's the Steelers fan base. Respect to that whole fan base besides a couple. And, you know, Savage said, bro, like, I think it was 2 years ago, I did a Hay Week with the Steelers fan base, and every single Steeler fan came out for the Hay Week. I felt like as a Bronco fan, I was in their stadium going to war with every fan of the Steelers fan base because they were deep and everyone had a video. But I kept it strong and I went to war with all of them pretty much. I had a Hay Week for every single one. But the top tier, the two fools that came out and just put it down, and it was crazy because the first individual I'm going to mention, he wasn't really doing videos. But he caught a glimpse of my video and he said, I had to come out. You was going crazy on the Steelers. So, you know, without further ado, OG Renegade, this dude representing the Steelers fan base to the T, man, in a good manner, bro. He brings that flame. His mouthpiece is mad crazy, brings that venom. And if you ain't prepared, he will annihilate you in this thing we call the TTC. A very good dude. Much respect to the Renegade, man. I wish he was doing videos still, man. It was always a joy to watch him. The next homie, he's the OG of OGs. And he's still around, man. And I respect his fandom 100%. He's a spiritual man. He be around, but I know he's separated from a lot of individuals. But this is the OG. You don't really want to go to war with him unless you built for that, because he will destroy you. And that's the OG Mac Main, man. He keeps it OG, you know, from the old era, you know. And he represents the Steelers to a T with the utmost respect, and none but respect for that dude's trash talk skills, you know. And it's mall high salute to that. The bottom of the barrel. We all know this dude as being a troll. He came into the trash talk circle doing too much. Don't really know a lot about the Steelers' history. I think he's one of them dudes that just wears a jersey. He tried to say he wanted to fight everybody. He was down with the new movement. And I actually got in a couple of live streams with this dude, and me and this dude just never ever seen eye to eye. You know, a couple times it got pretty heated, you know, but when it comes to the bottom of the barrel, the Steelers fan base, bro, we all know this dude as real shit, 412. Not a good representation for the Steelers fan base. He's at the bottom of the barrel for a reason, and he's going to stay down there, man. You know, he'll never actually get that respect. His videos ain't good. His trash talk skills ain't good. All around, he's just not good in that aspect. He needs to find something else to do. So that's the Steelers fan base. On to the next, the Ravens fan base. And before I was in TTC, the first head honcho that I came across, and he did Hay Weeks against the Broncos. That's how I even know of this dude. And then he stayed up to, I think, like 2015, and I barely seen him 2015, and that's kind of when he exited out of the TTC. But he was always bringing that lethal wordplay, and he was always crushing fools, and I give a respect to him on his trash talk skills. And I don't even know if people really remember this dude. He's of the old era TTC, but it's Raven Online. I think that's his full name, but he does bring the lethalness when he trash talks. So he's the top tier to me. And another dude, he still does Ravens content, but he don't really do like Trash Talk Circle. But when he does do the Trash Talk Circle and he spits, and I seen that fool go to war with Master at Work and different people, he is a lethal Puerto Rican. That's the dude, Cold Raven. Yes, they put it down, man. Them fools are the top tier. The bottom of the barrel when it comes to my mindset, my opinion, this dude, he's his trash talk was kind of like plain. It wasn't really too much to get you going. He didn't really represent the Baltimore Ravens how you would expect in this thing called the TTC. And I also heard he bandwagoned to become a Chief fan, and that's the dude Boutway. I think he bandwagon became a Washington, also a Commanders fan, and then the Chiefs fan. But he was known to be a racist, not pay up his bets, and he was the bottom of the barrel, bro. There was nothing about him that was special. And if he did become a Chiefs fan, then that's just despicable. So that's the Ravens. The next one, the Cincinnati Bengals, and there's actually only one dude that I know represents the Cincinnati Bengals, but this dude got the fire of a real tiger. And he will get up with anybody. He does not care if you have stripes. He don't care if you an OG, a vet. He gonna tell you about them Bengals. And that's a Dashy. A man of his word, pays up his bets, always going to war with anybody. He's in the panels. I remember one night he got drunk and this fool was going to war with the whole panels. So he's a representation. Mile high salute. And then there's a couple other dudes, but they didn't last. They did introduction videos, bro, and you could tell they were not built for the Trash Talk Circle. I think the youngster's name was like Bango 89, and I don't even think a lot of people knew who he was. But he's probably the bottom of the barrel because his trash talk skills was just plain and normal. There wasn't anything he was spitting. On to the Browns. And there was only one also Browns fan that I remember doing content trash talk, and that was the dude Crazy Dog. He represents the Browns tough, and I think he just does regular content now, but I seen that fool actually get down in a couple weeks for the TTC. He put it out there for the Browns, and he represents, so he's the head honcho. And I don't really, and if they let Joe Walsh, he's the worst dude in the TTC. He's the worst dude all over the TTC. Like, I heard he did an introduction video and I couldn't even take it that serious. So I don't know if he's a Browns, Colts, Raiders fan. Like, he's all of them fans in one. So yeah, you know what time it is. Your boy Savage. Hope you have a good day. Thank God it's Friday. You know what it is. Let's go.